No, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Now Ryan on first down. Flush to his right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Ripping there defensively.
Play action. Ryan. And a tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for him.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This is DJ Reed returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Allen Bailey on
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 33-yard line.
On second down and 4, Wilson. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And it's third down.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now it's Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Chris Carson, the ball.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Defense.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, nearly picked. But maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Buying time to his left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run with Carson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. We got possession and he pulls it in for 30 more yards and another first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Sterling Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Reed. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And 5 at the 37.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. He may try and run for this. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
17. Falcons 14.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's Reed returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Carson. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 45 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it.
Wilson on the keeper.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 19 there as the the drive marches forward. We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire. I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
On for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Carson will take the handoff out of the action play.
Chris Carson on the carry.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty, all right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll wind up up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, here's Powell on the return. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf there. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Inside the 25. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
The 24-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. Strap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, a touchdown machine. He scores from a yard out. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
24. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Here's Reed. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Over 1st and 10.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7. 57 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Wilson to throw. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Wilson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to throw. Underneath, he's got Olsen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
22-yard line.
One last shot for Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.